Hi guys, yes, I've muted my microphone. It's 6 p.m. in Singapore right now, and today we have a client AMA. I'm really excited for this one. With me, I have a really brilliant guy. I was checking out his LinkedIn just now. I was really impressed. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Konstantin. Hi there, my man.
Hello, Adam. Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure
Yes,
to be here, to be hosted by SFX.
that's fantastic. Konstantin, tell us which project you're representing today, and maybe share with us a little bit more about your project.
Yeah, thank you. I am the CEO, the main dev at MEGAMOON. You can find us at megamoon.biz. We are a project newly. We're going to launch tomorrow, practically, basically, on February 16th. Our project aims to develop um, with the help of partnerships. We are going to develop a new strategy. So first of all, we look at establishing a holders base, approaching the BSC space with new tokenomics, something to encourage the buy pressure and reduce the sell pressure. But then our goal is actually to develop to have a mobile wallet application, to have credit card payment integration with this, and approach loads of e-commerce websites, and then not only the e-commerce website where you can purchase merchandise, but then to approach top brands, maybe airlines, maybe hotels, and then try to push it towards adoption. Because then, if you're looking at the whole crypto space, it's great and it's getting bigger and bigger year by year, and there's more people knowing about this. But the main goal for every single token or coins there and the crypto space, it's to become used, in day-to-day trading, into adoption, so people can buy stuff with them, not necessarily in the crypto space, but then outside in the real world. So yeah, that's what we aim. We aim to establish a name first of all, have a user base, partner with top brands, and then we started with you guys because we chose you because of your professionalism and of course because of your fantastic work. We seen as well all your products, and then we love them. We really feel that we can have even more services that you can provide to us, and then that would help us in a long way. Apart from you, we do have a lot of other partnerships. There are some partnerships that are going to help us. For example, Spaceon, for example, will buy tokens, Megamon tokens, and will divide them across their holders that are staking their tokens. So that means we are going to increase the buy pressure on our side, yeah, and then they are they are awarding their holders that are staking quality tokens, from quality projects. That means it's a win-win for both sides. Apart from that, we are in talks as well with Brew Labs for creating a cross-network bridge, because over time we would like as well to be available, on Ethereum and Polygon and all other networks. And we also been in talks with Indacoin, which is a great service provider for credit card payments and crypto related. Uh, so overall, we're taking all these steps to make sure we have the right partnerships, and we our goals will be met at some stage.
Got it, got it. All right, so I think that was a really nice introduction, right? You've talked about your project, what are your future plans down the road as well, a couple of your partnerships. Indacoin is something that is it's a provider, it's an on-ramp provider, right? So Indacoin
Yeah.
allows people to buy cryptocurrencies from with their Visa or MasterCard. And I think yeah, in the coin, all these partnerships will help you to solidify your token as to provide extra utility for a target audience and to create a successful project. Before that, let's step back a little bit and maybe we can talk a bit more about yourself, Constantine. Maybe can you share with us your background, your education, and how do you think you can leverage on your background and on your experience to create a successful project?
Yeah. So about me, I can say that I do have a background in accounting and finance. I studied that for 7 years, and then as well worked in the big four accounting firms, such as Ernst and Young. I have a master in accounting, and as well, like I'm studying towards a master in finance. So I'm covering, a lot of uh, this aspect in this industry. I can see like trying to reach out to the companies that I work with, or that I have knowledge of. I have lots of connections in this space, and then over time, uh, all we need with Megamoon as well to raise it to a level where they can see it as a valuable partner, and then obviously from there we can as well introduce bigger um, partnerships, even capital venture firms, and so on. Um, I do have the accounting and finance background. I studied loads of law and business, a part of my modules, and then I'm familiar with all kinds of audit procedures. So everything is on the safe side, from this. I've been as well. I am as well involved in other projects, ranging from the status of advisor to as well developer. So this is not our first project. I wouldn't like to give out the names of these ones because I don't want to interlink them. They are different projects. I could give names. So some of them they are building games. Some others are building metaverses, and they are doing well. They are successful projects. Uh,
Understand. Okay, that's nice. So this is you have done advisory and maybe for other projects as well, and finally you are deciding to start your own. So can you share a little bit more about your team, right? Like how do you guys met? Why you guys decide to work together, and yeah, maybe you can share with everyone like how this great idea started coming about.
yeah. So we had this, like, I mean, like I said, I've been involved in other projects as well, and then from those projects, I was able to see which people, from their teams or from the investors, which are capable, of being involved in a large project, and then what are their skills. And then not only that, but then they are bringing as well, everybody from the team is bringing somebody else. There is a chain reaction there. There is a link between everybody. So in our team, it's me first, and then there is Remco. Remco is as well a co-founder. He's a great guy. He's looking after the marketing aspect. There is also Jeff and Jarno. Myself, I live in Ireland, but I have Romanian roots. I live in Ireland for almost 20 years now. Uh, the others, Remco, Jarno, and Jeff, they are from Netherlands, and they are as well in this space, in the crypto space, for a number of years. They started in some of them. They started in 2016, 2017, and so on. So we do have knowledge of the crypto space, deep knowledge. We do also have Alexa as our graphic designer. We do have Claudio, which is as well. He's helping with connections. He's going to help us reach some some people in this space. We do have as well some spots, some vacancies. So we're looking as well to employ more people. That could serve. For example, we would need a writer, somebody that would be able to write about us, articles, or even keep up, with the posts on our socials. For the moment, Jeff is looking after our socials, and he's doing an amazing job there. Um, but we were looking as well to extend our team. So the team starts with with this a few people that are mentioned, but then as we grow, we need to fill up all these spots, all these vacancies that are going to form afterwards. Because as we grow bigger, there's going to be um, a bigger need for development, for keeping up the pace with the current trends, and so on. Um, of course, we also chose, in order, on the development side, we also chose to um, partner with different projects or companies wherever we feel that that is better for, for continuous growth, and then as well to save some time. Because, for example, we chose you to be our partner because we saw that amazing services that you can provide, and then we felt that as well that will save time on our side, and it's very beneficial. It's very professional what you can create. Um, yeah. As well, we are looking to establish, in our community, to establish a strong community to trust, first of all. So we are fully transparent. We are looking to make sure that the community understands the projects, and we are open to every kind of questions. We are showing if somebody wants, we can show every transactions or every payments that are taking place. We can provide proofs. We can show as well the wallets, that are locked. For example, the team wallets is locked for a certain period. There is a link there attached to that. There is as well, the tokenomics have been designed so that they offer the support, the biggest support for the project, and then towards the community. That's why we also designed the staking. So in the tokenomics, um, the reflections are going towards the staking, because we feel that those people that believe in the project and they are supporting the project in the long term, they understand the project, uh, they would stake their tokens in order to receive those massive APYs. So therefore, these people should be as well rewarded, instead of having just the traditional reflection where, for example, people that just hold, a big bag initially, and they are dumping it after, 2x or 3x or whatever. Instead of them gaining reflections, or those people that are selling their share and they just hold the residual value in their wallet, it's better to give their reflections, in a generous size of them, to those people that truly believe in the project. Yeah.
Right. So I've seen many projects over the last 2 years, and one thing that's really important is to have a good team, right? Because a project can have like the most brilliant idea, but if the team is not able to execute it, or if the team is dishonest, or they lack the experience to execute such a project, then it's kind of pointless to have such a great idea. So a lot of people kind of underestimate how important having a strong team is, right? Especially one that's willing, that has experience. You've mentioned you have a master's in finance, and sorry, master's in accounting, and that you are willing to come online to show your face, to show your identity. That helps to build trust among the holders of your token, and I think that's really important. Right. So, you have talked about your team, and thank you for choosing us as for choosing our services. That's why we are here. There are a lot of people with great idea, with sharp business acumen, and sometimes they do not have the or rather they want to expedite the technological development, and that's where like our platform comes in, right? People such as yourself, sharp business acumen. You guys want to save a couple of time. You want to push products out faster. You can purchase our services, and we can collaborate and help you get your project to the next level. So that's really amazing of you to reach out to us in the past. I thank you so much for that. So the next question, right? I think there are some questions from the comments as well. They're asking about one person, the guy Popeye, is asking about what are the future business plans and future partnership of the Megamoon token. So you guys are starting out as a project launching on Pink Sale tomorrow. You guys are doing staking. You guys have taxes for purchase and selling. You guys have plans for on-ramp services, as well as to purchase with credit cards and maybe even payment tokens in the future. What do you see beyond that? Let's say in a year or 2 years from now, where do you imagine seeing where do you want to bring your project to? Yeah, in two
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
So Thanks for the question. Actually, this is something that we consider. So our goal is not, ending there with creating, this credit card payment option, onboarding, e-commerce websites and stuff. So we do think that in the future, in the long term, actually, after reaching this goal, and then that's when we would like actually to start the real, the most powerful marketing. Uh, you know, uh, we do think that we should as well approach bigger and bigger, like I mentioned earlier, bigger and bigger partners, bigger and bigger companies to accept us. At the same time, we're looking as well to build, initially through as well through partnerships, a swap, and then after that, over time, we were looking as well to develop our own exchange. It's a great thing to have your own exchange and to have your token supporting that, because that's as well solidifying your project. That will give you a name, a true name in the crypto space. We've seen as well, for example, SafeMoon, we've seen Feg, we've seen loads of others which started their own swaps. Yeah, they're exchanges, but actually basically they are swaps. But I do think that themselves as well, they are aiming towards opening a centralized exchange, apart from their swap. So they will have uh, two values to meet. And then the same is for Binance, for example. They have their exchange and also have their decentralized exchange. And then we will also aim to be open, in the crypto space, especially, on all levels. So we're starting with the token, we're starting with tokenomics, some staking, and we are going to have the bridging towards other networks. We are going to have e-commerce website, credit card payment. But then, yeah, we would like to have our own exchange in the long term. Maybe we'll have a launch pad there as well. We are considering as well. It's not mentioned anywhere, but then I've been in talks as well with somebody about having our NFT marketplace as well. So probably we'll have some NFTs coming as well. Basically, if the project has to be a solid project, there is nothing. I mean, nothing should stop us from creating different branches to create a big ecosystem. Uh, you know, After, for example, after we are going to have an exchange, this, I don't know exactly if that would take, I don't know, a year or two to build, a proper exchange, because we have to as well make sure we have a solid user base. We wouldn't like to have just a small exchange that it's probably in the top 300 or something. We would like to have an exchange that's going to go for at least top 50 or top 100 from the very start. But that would require a strong user base and of course strong development behind it and partnerships along the way. Uh, After that, in the longer and longer term, we could as well look to build a crypto bank. So a place where people can apply for loans or different financial tools in the crypto space, and that can be used as well in the real life. So everything that we would like to do is going to impact two ways. So it will have an impact on the crypto space and an impact in the real world.
Right.
That's our long term plans. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's a very adventurous and ambitious long term milestones and solutions. Fun fact: we have a lot of products that you are actually planning to launch. We are launching a centralized exchange software, I think, in second quarter, as well as a payment gateway services application. I think on this on in a similar time frame as well. So we understand that if we have a project, we want to bring the project to the next level. There's a lot of acquisition that's involved, right? You need to acquire clients, you need to acquire customers, and heck, probably also acquire new investors, both traditionally and maybe in the form of token holders. So what are your plans to actually acquire these different stakeholders, right? I think someone in the chat mentioned Benji. He's asking, what are the marketing plans, the acquisition plans, and maybe you can share a little bit more with us. I know that you might not have everything absolutely concrete because the situation is dynamic, right? Market is dynamic, plans change. But maybe you can share with everyone maybe a rough idea of what you guys have in mind. That would be absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. So initially, yeah, at the moment we're at the very beginning. We're launching tomorrow. Like you said, nothing is set in stone. Nothing is there just to follow a correct plan. We have to be flexible about it. We have to be flexible about market condition. We have to be flexible about the time periods and the budgets as well. But for the initial step here is that we are approaching, for this launch, we're approaching, and we've approached actually around 40 small influencers, small to medium influencers. There's another 5 bigger influencers that are going to push us, to have this launch, to be successful. And as well, after that, we are going to list on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. As you see already, we have logo and links on BSC Scan even before the pre-sale. And we are going to as well do some training. These are in the short terms. In the longer term, medium to longer term, actually, yeah, we are going to as well have more AMAs with different groups, solid groups. So we are targeting groups that have strong investors. We are telling them about our project to as well see if they would understand our vision, our concept in the longer term. Not only that, but like I said, when we are going to introduce the e-commerce websites, we are going to use even more solid influencers. I mean, when I'm saying solid influencers, I'm not talking here about influencers that are on the BSC space. I'm talking about major Twitter influencers, celebrities, people that have a say. People that have loads of followers. As well, if you're looking at our roadmap in the, I think first phase, it's almost complete. We completed everything there. We just have to deploy our token, on PancakeSwap. But then when you're looking as well on our phase 2, you would see that we have some initial partnerships, and then some of them have been completed already, but there's more that are coming. And then we have China marketing. So we feel that Asian investors are going to play an important role in sustaining this project. So when I say China marketing there, I actually meant Asia. And then I'm thinking as well to have some AMA and ads on BTalk. Employs somebody that as well has some influence on Weibo. Then as well, later in phase 3, after we are going to have our credit card payment option integrated, we plan as well to attend crypto summits. By doing so, we are going to as well meet with loads of other projects, loads of other investors, and then tell them about our vision, tell them about what are our goals, and then see if they would like to take part. These things are written down on our roadmap, but actually, the roadmap that is written, when you're reading it, you're looking at fixed things. You're looking at, okay, this is in phase 3. That means it could take place a month from now, or 2 months, and so on. But then actually, like I said, things could be flexible. So for example, if we are going to launch after launch, if we are going to start some PR articles and then start a campaign in this way, that as well will contribute towards the marketing, because through the PR articles and through as well connecting with journalists, for example, we are building up. We are taking steps towards a big achieving our bigger goal, and bringing bigger partnerships. As I said, crypto investors, capital ventures firms, making our projects gain more exposure in that direction.
Understand. So, what do you think is the biggest challenge that you're facing as a project owner? You're leading the project. What do you think are some challenges and difficulties that you might face? Executing out your vision, your mission, and what are you trying to do to kind of mitigate these issues? Maybe you can share a little bit with us. That would be really interesting.
Yeah. So in my view, every project is having uh, something to look after, something that they need to work, something that would as well test them. So, for example, what I can see, and this is nothing to worry. It's just we need to have proper planning, and we need to have our community to back us up as well. And then not only that, but then we need to keep our community happy, and through development, through partnerships, and through marketing, because marketing plays an important role here as well. We have to uh, push things forward all the time. So us, as any other project, will have a chart behind them, and that chart will show a trend. Yeah, it will go up, it will go down, it will go up and down, and so on. The thing is that then when people are taking profits, so for example, people will be happy, with a 2x, 3x, 10x, or and so on. That would be as well, whenever a drop takes place, that's as well a challenge for every project, because you have to bring it up at some stage. Have to make sure, okay, you're pushing it back up. uh, you know but investors need to realize as well, if a project is solid, if there is transparency behind the team, and if there is continuous marketing, continuous activities, it will pick up. Only scams actually are not picking up, because those projects are actually meant to go down and never come back. And what I can say is that challenges usually make you stronger. So when you experience, for example, a retracement from an all-time high to, I don't know, a 50% drop or something like that, that's when the contract will have our buyback system. That's why we integrated a buy pressure um, in the contract, rather than keeping a contract with the traditional, that was following the traditional sell pressure. That contract doesn't do anything to that. So we try to as well see, forward what's happening in the crypto space, especially on the BSC space, with projects. And then we've seen that most of them, they encounter a huge sell pressure, and then we developed tokenomics, and that will help alleviate that, help pushing us forward in the other direction. Um, Another thing that we as a project, and then we feel in the same category as any other project, is the market condition. Uh, so, for example, initially we thought that we could launch on February 8th. Initially it means back in December, back in January, when we started planning this project. But then we said that the market condition in January wasn't that great. Lots of people were talking about bear market and so on. So we postponed our launch from February 8th to February 16th, just to make sure we have the right market condition there. And then at the moment, the outlook is great. These are factors. So, for example, the market condition are factors that affect all markets. It happens everywhere. All of them are affected, because we are as well paired with BNB, and then if the BNB drops, the value will drop there as well. But then that's something that we try to cover by as well
Right, to try and compensate that, right? Yeah.
compensate somehow, exactly. And that's why we implemented the staking as well, and staking with bigger APYs, because all these cycles in the crypto space, bear and bull, they're just following one after another. If you're zooming out and looking at the longer term, everything is actually growing. It's actually everything going up. So that's why staking is essential there, because you can as well, if you believe in the crypto overall, and not only in the project, but then in crypto overall, and you know that everything eventually will go up. There is adoptions. There is loads of countries that are actually um, trying to regulate the crypto space. They are not imposing a ban, but they are imposing a tax, which is actually great. Tax, in my opinion, as well. When I hear that Russia is going to impose, I don't know, tax on crypto, that's a positive news, because that means they are starting a road towards adoption. They are starting a road towards regulating this sector, which is always a great news. So therefore, in the longer term, that means there is a greater outcome. And then staking your token, staking your crypto, where you are receiving passive income along the way, it will always benefit in the longer term. I also wanted to say that there are loads of companies in the on the stock exchange. There are over 30,000 companies on the stock exchange, listed on the stock exchange, and there's only not even 1% of them that entered the crypto space. Yeah, and then these ones that entered, for example, MicroStrategy, Tesla, and so on, uh, uh, these ones are just testing the space at the moment. So imagine when a quarter or half or all of those companies that are listed on crypto space will enter the crypto space. All the crypto prices will go up drastically. The outcome in the longer term, it's going to be very positive.
Yeah, I do believe that their space has a lot more opportunities to grow. I do share your sentiment that regulation is good for sustainable growth. I kind of smile a little bit because you're an accountant, right? So the moment you're saying that tax is great, I'm like, "Ah, okay, it must be your inner accountant smiling to yourself." I do share your sentiment, right? Regulation, taxation is really important for an industry to be sustainable and for a country to kind of, have laws and regulations for cryptocurrency shows that they are actually thinking about the long term and short term fundamentals and impact of of the industry. And I think that's a great boon for every project out there. And it's project like us, the smaller project that we experiment, we kind of push the boundaries of what's possible, and we help to drive the industry together as well, right? Collectively, the small boys, the smaller players like us, and the big stock exchange listed companies. It's indeed a really interesting industry, and that's why I'm here as well. That's why my team is here, and that's why you're here and your team as well. And thank you for coming down to kind of share with your experience, talk more about your project. Before we end off this client AMA, do you have anything you want to tell the audience?
Yes, I would like to thank you first of all for having me here, and then we're looking forward to become a project, a solid project, to have our name out there. So, as well, when you look at solid projects, they all started small, yeah, but then it's the ultimate goal that made a difference. That's
I
as
agree
well
with you.
what
Yeah.
we would like you to understand. What is the goal for this project. Even meme coins could have as well, they could have a goal, they could have a target, and then once they achieve that, that's the road to success. So we are encouraging everybody, to try and make wise decisions towards their investments, and uh, be part, in our journey as well. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Constantine. We will share your project website along with your Telegram group to our audience as well as our partners, and hopefully you get a couple more people taking a look at the project as well as your IDO tomorrow. So all the best and take care, my friend. I'm
Thank you.
gonna continue talking a little bit longer, so you don't really. I will shift you out to the waiting room. We can talk a little bit afterwards. This
Sure.
after address the audience a little bit. All right. Thank you so much, Constantine. All right.
Thank you.
All right, guys. That was Constantine from Mega Moon. Amazing fella. Experience. As you mentioned, projects all start small, and we all try and grow and reach and try our best to reach the next level. And that's exactly what we here at SUBX Finance Lab are doing as well. So it's kind of great because we reached out to Mega Moon, or was it the other way around? I can't remember, to offer them to try our products, and they like it, and thus we are in this AME together, sharing a little bit more about Mega Moon. And it's crazy because SUBX Finance Lab started 2 months ago, right? We built all of our infrastructure in that time. Right now, we are serving infrastructure manually. It takes about 1 hour to get this up, but we are developing a system to automate every deployment. So, can you imagine every project that needs adapt, needs some infrastructure, can get it instantly on our website? That's gonna be amazing. That's our goal as well, right? That's like the next step, and we are very close to that. We are getting listed on L Bank tomorrow. Like you can start trading us on L Bank tomorrow, and that's our second centralized exchange. I think it's great. We are looking for our, like, we are planning for our third centralized exchange listing on Gate.io really soon. So do look out for that. And once again, thank you for tuning in to listen to the client AMA, right? So the purpose of the client AMA is to kind of provide a platforms for our partners and our clients to share a bit more about their projects, as well as to show everyone that SUBX Finance Lab is able to attract projects to use our products, and that's really important for our growth. So once again, thank you, everyone. If there are no further questions from you guys, I will end the stream shortly. So in the meanwhile, feel free to take 3 minutes of your time to look at this brilliant animation that our design lead has created for our L Bank listing. So yeah, so short and simple, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. I've seen some familiar faces. Andrew, Dart, Amirul, thank you so much for tuning in. And with that, that's all from me today, guys. Have a good one and stay safe.